We don't even have any time for introductions or anything. I'm Dylan. Nice to meet you if you haven't met me yet. We buy Diabetic test strips. Armand Hammer. Singles were crazy. Features look like they're going to be really awesome. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's just go. First track, Landlines. Let's go.
Extra crispy on my 3-piece. Leave a message at the BB. Box braid on my boy child. 90s day we just crossed out.
All these little sound effects in the back reminds me of the movie I'm Thinking of Ending Things. Ah, that little side shot on the snare.
Told you before we started spending. We held the pen to end it. Voice to text, fucking up, still sending it. Capture the sentiment. Raging rivers reduce the sediment. Lawyers bidding fruit, plucked out.
What a weird way to open up the album. Wow. I don't think I've ever heard Armand Hammer do a track like that before. I think the closest thing that I can think of was Barbarians, but that was still kind of like there was a hook, there was like certain parts where the energy was really up there. But this is just like, I just have this image of just like swirling colors, like these dark grays and like deep blues and like black. It was just like a really ethereal track. I think the thing that kills me about both Elucid and Billy is that they have such a command over both their voice and their understanding of what the instrumental requires of them, that they can just, and I've said this before, but I mean, this is just another example. They can fit on any instrumental and make it work. Let's just get to track number 3.
What the same thing yesterday, all white, more dingy. Head full of lightning, a signal in the noise. Fake trees in the Apple store. A double portion of protection for me and my niggas.
A double portion, yep. I can't wait to go into this lyrically.
You don't work, you don't eat, I'm the one, right?
Hey, listen, I gotta say this real quick. I love that they constantly call back to prior Armand Hammer songs. It was Betamax that he called back to when he was like a double portion of protection. And this one with You Don't Work, You Don't Eat, off of No Days off Paraffin. All of these different albums that Armand Hammer makes are just constantly in conversation with one another, and it always makes me happy when they just shout other songs out. But let's keep going. Wow. Oh my goodness.
I read the paper even though they told me not to. I get the paper, don't need no how to. Doubt you, but I've been wrong before. The choice was Kevin Samuels or Dr. Umar. But I assure you, Jimmy Ball, we're not coming through that door. Liquid pour, my cup running over, I still feel poor. I put money in the floor, I put money in the wall. I put money towards getting the door reinforced. I slept on the floor, thin blankets caused.
Track number 4, I'm just not at all what I expected. Wait, what is happening? Jeez. What? What? No, bro, I'm too tired for this. What are they do? I can't even. I can't catch this beat though. Like, another thing that's interesting, Elucid is rapping with a lot of processing on his vocals, which is interesting. And in most of these tracks so far, Billy's been like totally clean. It's interesting. I think it fits Elucid really well.
SpongeBob inside and I got the operation tight.
Wait, yo!
A piece of the sky priceless. You know me. I told
what?
Cycling. Lost that university stuff.
Oh my gosh! That little sound effect in the back?
Turn all night, I was frightened. The sun came like a jailer, jipping into palm tree. Your catalog, Black Abercrombie. My crypto
Yo! He does this every time. I'll be like, just going through my reaction, like just totally fine, and he just drops. the black Abercrombie. Oh wow, that was a good flow right there. I can't say what my favorite track is so far. They're all just so different and disorienting, and I just feel like I'm underwater right now. Gosh, that's wild. I keep a mirror in my pocket. Track 5.
The cane flooded back to me like a car in a pen. I once copped from woods, ain't been the same since the Thieves Library. Features Ramsey and resurrect the law.
Ooh, the snare on this.
Confused, read them like they Kanye tweets in verse form. How could that be when this lands blood on the door of my firstborn? Children of the car and this
This feature's great.
Get out my face, ass nigga, carry your beats, cause I don't know my face, ass nigga. I know these bigs, empty and vices, I know chips. You ask me why I'm like the manager, see you win.
I like Forrest Whitaker, Triple X my signature. I might not see them devils coming, but I damn sure remember them. Catch you on an off day, slap Jordan close side.
Oh my goodness, Lucid, jeez.
Straight razor edge up.
Wow. That vibraphone really brings a lot to this as well. The thing that's cool about this track also is that there's this constant like stopping and starting in the instrumental that, again, in its own way is really disorienting, because you've got like that kind of quieter part where it's just like the vibraphone is kind of leading the melody, and then that snare and those toms just come in and really just overtake the beat, and the energy rises, and then just as soon as it starts, it stops.
We never talk about money. No. We never had nothing. I love her cause she funny. Gunny sacks, sunshine, fat downs. I know why everybody love me. PhD, you know moms ain't raised no dummy. So if you double negatives, I know she's sick to her stomach. If you know me, you know to leave the engine running.
That's my grandmom too.
Never let it go, and I ain't going for nothing. Don't try and play big bro. Go ahead before you get hand butted.
See, now, I was about to say this is a chill album, but now we're about to get into Trauma Mike, which is, like, not chill at all. I've listened to Trauma Mike, reacted to it. So interesting to see its placement in this album. Like, I'm wondering if the next couple of tracks are going to be a lot more, like, industrial and kind of, like, you know, in your face.
String sounds, people turn another way today.
Jeez. It's like a... I think they made a beat completely out of horror SFX.
Admittedly, niggly, I won't even niggas bad energy. I peep, then committed to memory.
Sounds like a Derringer beat or something.
I eat knowing I'm starving my enemies. The appetite is sweet, no pleasure. My heart pump ketamine. My heart pump ketamine. You have it, it's not about fast and slow, it's the flow of traffic. Talk to you blue in the face, bro, it's like UPS, they still gon' fuck up the package. I'd rather think it cursive, spit jagged fragments. Every word out my mouth drag my people backwards.
Ooh.
Touring the idea with niggas green around dealing.
Thinking cursive right in fragments is crazy. Yeah, I think this beat, like, I do like it, but I think it lost me a little bit. However, I think there's a lot more going on in the story of what Billy's saying, so I want to kind of see where that's going. As I definitely kind of want to come back to it and obviously see kind of what he's talking about. All right, we are going to The Gods Must Be Crazy. Have not listened to this one with LP, so I'm interested to see what they'll do.
Home where the hatred is, little mystery gods, old data lost, spirit roaming. Beats first harlot at the garden, sucking tongue on the starlight. My six-headed bride, black on both sides, purged before birth, numb before thirst.
To the edge of earth, sunburned black as Pompeii. White women with pepper spray in their purse interpolate Beyonce.
Oh my gosh. Interesting track. This is another one I can't quite wrap my brain around yet. What really hits about Paraffin and Rome and Haram, all three, is that I think all three have an extremely cohesive sound. Earlier in the album, this kind of like chiller, ethereal kind of nature really fit well, and I felt like it was elusive in a good way, whereas I feel like right now it's a little bit elusive in the sense that I'm like, I am not quite getting it. Like it's not quite hitting for me. Now, to be fair, it took me a while with Trauma Mike, but I feel like that song had a lot of immediacy, and this might be one of those albums that's more of kind of like, you know, a grower. We'll see. I don't know. Anyways, enough rambling. Let's keep going on with the rest of the album because we've got like half of it left. All right, y'all can't stand right here. I really like this artist. I really like Jungle. She's great.
Said if you scared, go to church. You can still get killed.
Thanks, Billy.
10 years for trading stocks, enhancements for brokering deals. CFOs
What's going on with this beat?
Flip you for real. Balaclava on the judge, gold fronts looking like West Side Gun. That 50 square, knowing you're not winning on a bill. Holes in the dirt, fine squad.
I'm so confused with this beat. What's happening here? Okay, see, here's the thing. I don't know. I hope it clicks for me because I feel like this track, I feel like this one is like, in terms of the instrumental, is even more disorganized than Pepper Tree, and I actually ended up being able to like catch Pepper Tree. We'll see. I need to listen harder. I need to, you know what I mean? Like, gosh, I know it's brilliant. I just gotta like lock in.
Legal weed, but we seize any whack homegrown. Legalese is abolished, contracts read like fucking Archie Comics. Yo, y'all can't stand right here.
Minding my business, building my iron, sitting on his face till I'm inspired.
She's so good! Ah! Bro, I forgot how good she is. Like, I've listened to a few of her tracks. I love the track Critiqua. But like, I just don't listen to her that often, but I'm like, anytime I see her featured on something, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Jungle. Wow. Gosh, I forgot how good she sounds. Wow, she's underrated. Holy cow. Okay. Love hearing her on this. Let's keep going. Okay, that gave me the energy I needed. Okay. See, now I feel like, yeah, okay. I feel like, I think I'm taking back most of what I said about this track. Maybe.
So was the shrink, kind of work. The drugs was clean, kind of work. Moving slow as needed, kind of work. One that we asked for, kind of work. Removing one face after another. I'ma write your name down.
Interesting. What is going, y'all?
Young Willie Mandela in the courthouse, black bra, white blouse.
Is this the...
over my shoulder like when I get out, I'm with you down. Old Winnie with the weave, my face wet. Pickaninny with the mango seed.
I'm gonna need y'all to help me on this one.
Free COVID test, stress will mutate your genes with diabetic test.
Oh my goodness.
So we knock the ants without the means, useless. Guest list only got me mezzanine, VIP is ruthless. I look at the crowd, not the guillotine, nibble and moves bushes. The queen begs it screams, much to their amusement. Living the dream, I walked out of
Yo, I'm so lost, like in a good way, but oh my gosh. Okay, so I just want to say, like, for everyone, like, who leaves amazing comments, like, on all my videos about, like, my lyrical breakdowns, and, like, when I break down Earl and Armand Hammer, I mean, like, just know that most times, the first time I listen to a lot of these artists, I have no idea what's going on. Like, that's my first listen. And then sometimes that's my second and third and fourth listen. And then I just keep listening and reading the lyrics until it clicks for me. Like, for those of you waiting on my Mike lyrical breakdown, it took me like an entire week to have a take that I thought was interesting. And that literally just came today while I was in the Burger King drive-thru. So it's just like, I just wanted to say, like, so, like, for anyone who thinks that I get this stuff right off the bat, I don't. I am confused. Again, in a good way, but I am confused. Yeah, let's keep going, though. This is a fun challenge. This is a really fun challenge. Total Recall, next track. This is a really nice beat. That flute is really carried. And the bass.
Say what I say, it really mean it. We already in between, it was written, make it hard to read. Running with scissors, who's hanging by more thread. And when they push that button, bet your ass gotta go.
Wait. Where is that from? That's a good. Oh, snap! Oh, I love that track. That's Nuclear War. That's Sun Ra. Nice. That's cool. If anyone knows that song, listen to the Yola Tango cover. It's incredible. When they That was chill. That was good. Empire Boulevard with Jungle again. Awesome. Ooh, and Curly Castro. Is Prem Rock on here? Okay, just Curly. That's cool. This is gonna be a good one. Bass has been really prevalent on this album.
To you, I don't care if you call me difficult. There's a difference between integrity, dignity, what these bitches do. You wanna talk about politics? You wanna talk about poverty? Or you wanna talk about this body?
Ooh.
Watch me go down.
Wow.
Watch me go down. Watch me go down. Select a Jew and Gentile. Watch me go down. Watch me go down. Watch me go down. Now we kill it with me own style.
Brown paper bag is a litmus, black Christmas in the house.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Teachers on crackers couldn't dig up his fossil. Misrepresenting the rhymes and all that.
Wow, this track is really, really captivating.
Yet the God's penis left the dogs. Out the ashes of black phoenix. My casket cobbled together, but I'm not stopping till the speak is wild.
I'm really enjoying the different horror SFX that are on here. That like ambient kind of wind that's coming in, like comes in and out of. It's probably, if I was listening with headphones, it'd probably be panning. I think that some of the tracks on this album, I feel, don't function great as standalone pieces. Like, because I know on the broader scheme of things, all of these tracks are leaning towards, you know, a really interesting overarching narrative. Like, I don't even need to question that. I know that's what's going on. It's Armand Hammer, it's Billy Woods, it's Lucid. Like, that's just how it is with their projects. However, I feel like a lot of tracks on previous albums, even though they might have been a part of a wider narrative, right? And whatever the statement of that album was, they also stood alone as really good tracks. Like, even take some of the deep cuts off of Haram, for example, like Chicharrones or Wishing Bad, right? So many tracks on there that I just feel like felt more complete within themselves and also doubled in their function in terms of just like contributing to the overall narrative. Other than a few tracks, there's been very few times so far that I've like felt like I had a complete experience with one of these songs. Like, and again, it's kind of biased because, like, for example, the Siri Woke Up and Asked Siri I'm Gonna Die and Trauma Mike I've had more time with. There's something with the fit that I don't know. Like, I'm just so curious to see what other people are saying about this album, because I want to see if I'm missing something or if we're all kind of on the same page here. That being said, the other thing that I'm feeling right now is there are a lot of interesting pieces spread out all over the place. Like, there's these really cool moments of production, but on first listen, for me, as much as I like certain parts of the album and certain songs and different things that are going on, there's something missing. And I don't know what it is yet, but got a couple more tracks, so let's just keep going. I must be honest. I listened to some of the song already, Don't Lose Your Job. Totally zoned out because I realized that More Mother was going to be on this track. And honestly, that is all I care about. I feel so bad because everything else on the track is super solid, but like, listen, it's More Mother. So like, I'm just gonna fast forward to that because I can't wait anymore.
You, me, all home, all body, all breath, all breath. I am information better understanding of gravities.
Wow.
I is the uncollapsing. Already on my way.
If you are not listening to More Mother, I don't know what to tell you.
Static spirits.
My gosh.
I am the unbothered curve. Unknown particle.
Huh.
You, me, our home, our body, our breath.
Okay, I went back and listened to the rest of the song, and it's really cool. It's really solid. I mean, again, like, complete song? Like, song? I don't know. Really interesting, engaging art piece? For sure. Awesome poetry, spoken word. But, yeah, song? Like, TBD. For me. TBD. But yeah, let's keep going.
What's wrong with me doesn't matter, and you can't do anything about it. What's wrong with me doesn't matter, and you can't do anything about it.
That is true. That's
Out
true.
here in the pixels, is it okay or is it over?
Those hi-hats.
Is it over? Is it okay? Is it over?
This definitely is the most electronic AH album, for sure.
If you're gonna cry, cry in the shower and tell them who sent you. Unexpectedly started crying to the instrumental. A stack of African presidents to represent you. The walls of my residence, blue colored pencils. She called the
I was just about to say this is another track that something's missing for me, even though I like parts of it. What's going on?
I'm in a vibe.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to come back. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know. I have to return to that one. Switchboard. Second to last track. Alright, let's go.
A face behind this mask, behind this face. A face behind this mask, behind this
Ooh,
face.
wait.
A
Okay,
face
hold on.
behind-
I'm a face behind this mask. I'm a face behind the mask, behind this. I love when Elucid just drops those, like, mind-bending lines and just keeps, like, burying them in until they just, like, stick with you. Like, I still love, and it's not nearly as, like, abstract, but just got to heaven and I can't sit down. Still, like, I think about that every once in a while. He's so good for that.
Mask behind this face, so many people at the same time. A face behind this mask, behind this face. A face behind this mask, behind this
I don't know why, but I have a
face.
feeling he's referencing anxiety here.
So many people at the same time.
Yeah.
Body to inhabit, universe, stars at the feet, time dragging. Forgetting I remember, I forget again. Forgetting I remember, I forget again. Remind me when I come down, suck me when I wake. Feed me, I just maintain, so I thought. Look
Yeah.
a little different through another's eyes. This, that, and the other time. This, that, and the other time.
This is easily my favorite Elucid verse on here.
Stars at the feet, time dragging. Behind the light, behind the beat. Updated another version. I'm in a Jeep, Hollywood burning. Breathing deeper, thought I knew, but not for certain. She says she saw my other face when I'm inside. I'm wiping my saliva. Who's that peeking through my eyes?
Ooh, wait.
Who's turning time?
She said she saw my other face. Wow. Lucid does such a great job of portraying how disorienting existence can be. I don't know how else to put it. This idea of sometimes how far the gap can be between how you see yourself in your inner world and how you are to other people, how they relate to you, how you relate to them, how they see you. Could be the closest people to you, like when he was saying, like, you know, she saw my other face. She saw that inner side of him, that part of him that is most vulnerable in his inner world in their most intimate moments. He doesn't always go there, but when he does, I think it's really good. Like, he did that on Ramses 2 off of Shrines. I really like that Elucid verse. I I think it'll probably end up being my favorite off the album. It was really nice.
I can't see it yet, but something's coming. Slept buried in the shoulder blades, my hand on the stomach. Awake, running, screen wedged in windpipe, fell asleep trying to write and go to the beat, bludgeon. Feel it in my teeth like electric current, circling, buzzing. Missed calls from my own number. A long way. Then it's the room where you identify your
Wow.
Go back home to your lover. How many times can you tell her that you love her? Why the cellar door open when it wasn't?
Wow. This is one of the best tracks off the album. But like, wow.
Rain leaves in the evening. Smoke a little weed in the back of the trees where they can't see it.
How'd they just like fit that beat in out of nowhere? Where'd that come from?
There used to be different seasons. The voice said you pretended to be grieving and chuckling.
Wow.
Little leaped in the deep end and
Oh my
struggled
goodness,
along
and the
with
synths in the back? Wow. Okay. They heard me talking. Wow. That was by far like as weird as some of the other tracks have been and like just kind of out there they've been. This one by far was the most like unsettling and just really tapped into that feeling of like isolation and being surrounded by things that shouldn't isolate you. Lovers, friends, family, other people. How foreign sometimes the outer world, the world that is literally right here and not in my head, can feel sometimes when you're really deep in that isolation. And just how overwhelming that can be, and sometimes even just how like paranoid it can make you feel, like when he was like, you know, why is that door open when it wasn't? Just this idea that you don't have control over your surroundings, that it's left to other people or anything. I don't know. It could be a reach, but that's just kind of what I took from it. Anyways, okay, last track. The Key is Under the Mat. Again, so much reverb. This album, you're just like sitting in a cave, I swear.
Everything that matters is fine now in hindsight before it happens. We were sitting on glass and caps.
Oh my goodness, that's a really good line. Wow.
She came with closed captions. If it's a question, go ahead and ask it. Possession 9/10, but obsessing over missing fractions. Princess in the P, but it's a Glock 9 under the mattress. Valley of Death in the shadow of those lashes. Passionate siren song.
Genius about this beat is even how chill it is, there's still this very distinct rhythm to it. Sometimes beats lack that. You would be surprised.
Clear as eye, flying through the grab. I'm upset, spank knuckles left, and feeding on myself. Who the fuck is this? I've been shifting, I've been paying hard, been in the hole at the bottom. I believe in transformation, know where I wanna go. I got 4 souls on my neck, source code, hacker proof, all tools in the deck. I didn't ask for macaroons on the rider. So
I don't think there's gonna be any Peggy. Sad.
pretty clouds, pretty stormy in the center, snatching.
Come on, Peggy, in the last 40 seconds, please. I need to track him with him on. No, please.
Keys under the mat. Magazine hope, 11
He's not rapping.
that security deposit ain't coming back.
Still a cool track, though.
Artifact in the whole closet, box to the side.
So, my initial thoughts just after the whole thing, have they changed since kind of the middle point where I was kind of saying like there's something missing? I think the answer has to be yes. For me, they're still missing because I don't think it would have taken me that long to think of what the answer was. So I'm like, if I'm hesitating, then yeah, there is still something missing for me a little bit. I think a lot of my thoughts still stand. However, there are a lot of really cool moments on this album, and I do feel like it's going to kind of come together for me. Funny enough, this actually kind of reminds me of a More Mother project, where there's clearly a lot of talent on display, and there are gems of lines like everywhere, just like all over the album. But in terms of doing like a full listen through from front to back, it's so experimental that it takes a lot of time, and even then there are just things that, you know, at least for me, I know I will never catch and I won't ever get. But all that being said, I still think that, like, who is out here making music like this? Like, yes, I know there are people making it, but like just in the, you know, kind of mid-sized underground rap circle, right? There's not a lot of people at Armand Hammer's size that are like doing projects like this, and then also bringing in other artists that are also just as equally versatile. I could say this is their most experimental album yet by far. Like, this makes Paraffin seem like so structured and like neatly like put together, you know what I mean? With this album, the one theme that I can feel for sure is definitely themes of isolation, and kind of themes of like mortality and different things. And it makes sense considering the fact that, like, you know, Billy and Elucid, they're not young, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I think some of the things that they would have been rapping about before, or maybe some of the things that were first interesting to them when they first started Armand Hammer, just not as much conversation about that. This feels like much more of a like existential album. I can get that right off the bat, especially with that second to last track. But yeah, I'm still kind of collecting my thoughts on this whole thing. If you made it this far, let's keep talking about it in the comment section below. Jump into my Discord channel, we can talk about it there. Let me know your thoughts and theories. If you've had the opportunity to listen to it 3, 4, 5 times more than me, and you have some more insight, like, please let me know, because I really want to dig into this album, and I want to do a lyrical breakdown and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, my initial thoughts, if I could attempt to put it into like a couple of words: great art piece, great album, I'm not sure, which is okay. It's just kind of like, expectations, I think, have to be adjusted, but we'll see. I'm gonna do like a formal album review after a couple more listens, potentially in the form of a lyrical breakdown. We'll see. I just have to kind of see how I feel about it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Also, be on the lookout for that Mike and Wiki lyrical breakdown, talking about some stuff from their recent collab with The Alchemist called Faith is a Rock. If you have never watched any of my lyrical videos before, my lyrical breakdown videos, definitely go check that out. I'll link a playlist in the description. I've done Armand Hammer a ton of times. I've done Earl Sweatshirt a couple of times, a bunch of other artists, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let's just keep talking about it in the comments below. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep now. See you soon. Bye.